Hey everyone, it's Doug Sims here, the Dyslexic Scientist. I want to talk about something that people always ask me. What it was like starting my own business, the scary leap of faith, I guess. It's hard for anyone, especially someone with dyslexia and severe ADHD. When I went out on my own, I was 26. My wife was about to give birth to our first kid. God bless her for being such an understanding woman. After our baby was 1 month old, I quit my job and just did my business full time. Wow, what an amazing woman. Or she was just too tired to argue with me at that time. But I'll tell you, it was hard. Being dyslexic, I want to get everything out. That's the ADHD fast. And I had to learn to slow down in QC, because QC and everything is important. Make sure it's good quality. Sentences are right, data's right. I haven't transposed numbers. But one thing I remember with ADHD, severe ADHD, is I want to get everything done super quick. And ADHD doesn't help with that at all. I remember I had one of my first clients named Mel Babcock. He died almost 30 years ago. I'd sit in his office and have beer in the evening because it was free. It was cold. It was crappy beer, but it was free. And he said, Doug, after he got to know me, he said, Doug, you're going to have problems with employees. I said, what do you mean? He said, your work ethic is so high that people will never make you happy. You'll always be disappointed in their performance. And I'm like, what does this old man know, Oh, he was right. I had to learn that my level of work isn't what everyone else is. And it doesn't need to be. I mean, as an example, I could go and work 20-hour straight days and sleep on the plane between work sites. Not everyone needs to do that or can or should. I used to work so much that I remember being in 4 cities in 2.5 days, 3 days, and waking up in the morning on the fourth day wondering, or the third day wondering where I was, because I was that busy. But anyway, just understanding that my work ethic is different than others, and I'm unique. We're all unique creatures with our own skills and benefits and faults. I had to learn that everyone else was unique, and while they weren't performing at the level I do, they were performing at a good level, solid level, and did their job and produced. Even today at 55, and I've been managing people for almost 30 years now. Well, actually over 30 years, go back before I started my firm. It's hard to sometimes work with managers who report up to me. They're doing a great job. They're just not doing it the way I do it. And that's okay. While I'm unique, so are they. We're all different. And I had to learn that the hard way. And again, that had damaged some of my relationships too, because I wanted it done the Doug Sims way. It's not always right. It's just right for me. And that's one thing, if you have severe ADHD, you need to learn that. And then also with dyslexia, with ADHD, it makes you push things out before you should, they get reviewed. And you have to learn to work with your dyslexia and ADHD so that you don't make errors. And I made errors, luckily not in data, but I made errors with sometimes writing. Anyway, that's my pitch on going out on my own. I remember when I started my firm, I wanted to get to $5,000 a month. I thought I'd be wealthy at 26 years old. This goes back to the mid to late 90s. And I went way past that with a pretty good organization and a good number of staff working for me across the country. And it wasn't luck. I mean, there was luck for sure, timing, but it was hard work and learning to work with my disabilities so that I wouldn't make errors and cause my clients to question why they use me. I became known as the consultant that if an error was made, I would notify them before anyone knew. Luckily, I had a small percentage of errors, probably less than 1% in writing mainly. But anyway, if you ever want to do it, make sure you do it 100%. Don't do it haphazardly, and you will be successful. Anyway, Dyslexic Scientist out.